In modern society, wisdom and intelligence extend far beyond academic achievements or formal education. They are reflected in the way we conduct ourselves, the depth of our thoughts, and our interactions with the world. According to Stoic philosophy, true foolishness does not stem from ignorance alone, but from a persistent refusal to align one's life with reason, self-discipline, and virtue. It is the inability to learn from experiences, to cultivate resilience, and to uphold moral integrity in the face of adversity. This article is not meant to judge or label anyone. Instead, I invite you to take a step back, reflect on your life, and make adjustments that lead to a wiser and more fulfilling existence. Consider this a lesson in self-improvement rather than a search for faults in others. Wisdom is not a final destination but a continuous journey of growth and refinement. If you are passionate about deep philosophical insights, personal growth, and timeless wisdom, I warmly invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Practical Philosophy. This is more than just a channel. It is a thriving community where we explore life's deepest questions, uncover timeless truths, and apply philosophical teachings to modern challenges. Join us on this transformative journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. Engage in meaningful discussions, embrace the wisdom of the ages, and cultivate a mindset that empowers you to navigate life with clarity and purpose. Your support fuels this mission of spreading wisdom and fostering a more thoughtful world. If this resonates with you, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and embark on a journey toward wisdom and fulfillment. Thank you for being part of this incredible movement. Let us delve deeply into the 6 signs of an unwise woman and explore how we can overcome these habits to become wiser, stronger, and more virtuous individuals. Through self-awareness, discipline, and continuous learning, we can break free from the patterns that hold us back and cultivate a life rooted in wisdom and integrity. 1. Prioritizing appearance over character. Modern society places an unprecedented emphasis on physical beauty. Beauty standards continuously shift, from the ideal of a slim figure to the obsession with a perfectly contoured face. But have you ever stopped to question whether physical appearance truly defines a person's worth? The relentless pursuit of external beauty often stems from an innate human weakness, the craving for validation and the fear of inadequacy. In a world dominated by social media and visual culture, many people, especially women, feel compelled to conform to impossible beauty standards. The desire to be admired, to turn heads, and to be deemed attractive becomes an unconscious priority. However, this pursuit is ultimately fleeting. The Stoics firmly believed that true beauty lies in one's character, intellect, kindness, and resilience in the face of adversity. Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." In other words, who we are inside is what truly defines us, not the superficial attributes we project outward. While there is nothing wrong with caring for one's appearance, an excessive focus on external beauty often distracts from more meaningful pursuits. It shifts energy away from personal growth, wisdom, and virtuous living. Ask yourself, are you investing in your mind as much as you invest in your looks? Do you place higher value on being perceived as beautiful than on being truly virtuous and wise? When beauty fades, what will remain of you? A woman who chooses depth over superficiality understands that true beauty radiates from within, the strength of her mind, the kindness of her heart, and the wisdom she carries. She invests not just in her outer elegance but also in her intellectual and spiritual refinement. She does not measure her worth by fleeting trends but by the lasting impact she leaves on others. 2. Denying personal responsibility. One of the most unmistakable signs of an unwise individual is the habitual tendency to attribute failures and misfortunes to external factors, circumstances, other people, or sheer bad luck, rather than acknowledging their own role in shaping their reality. Epictetus wisely stated, "We cannot control external events, but we can always control how we respond to them." This profound insight underscores the power of personal accountability. Those who refuse to take responsibility for their actions not only remain stagnant but also relinquish their ability to grow, improve, and ultimately, lead a fulfilling life. If you find yourself struggling at work, have you taken a step back to assess the situation objectively? Is it truly because your boss is too demanding, your colleagues uncooperative, or is there room for self-improvement? Have you sought ways to enhance your skills, adapt to challenges, and maintain a professional mindset? Similarly, if a relationship collapses, is it entirely due to the shortcomings of the other person? Or have you reflected on your own contributions, both positive and negative? True wisdom requires the courage to recognize our own imperfections and take responsibility for personal growth rather than shifting blame onto others. A truly wise woman recognizes that taking responsibility for her actions is not just a virtue, it is the foundation of self-mastery and transformation. When she ceases to place blame on others and instead embraces accountability, she not only regains control over her own life but also cultivates resilience, adaptability, and a profound sense of inner strength. Growth is not about avoiding mistakes but about learning from them, adjusting one's course, and continuously striving toward personal excellence. Ask yourself, am I avoiding responsibility? What actions can I take to improve my situation instead of just complaining? Am I truly in control of my life? Or am I letting circumstances dictate everything? 3. Caring too much about others' opinions. We live in an age where every word and action is subject to scrutiny by countless eyes on social media. The fear of judgment, criticism, or rejection often compels people to tailor their lives to meet the expectations of others. Yet, caring too much about what others think can cause you to lose your authentic self, silencing your true desires, beliefs, and aspirations in the process. True wisdom lies in the courage to live by your values, regardless of external approval or disapproval. Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, "We love ourselves more than anyone else. Yet we care more about their opinion than our own." This paradox highlights the human tendency to seek validation from others, often at the expense of our true selves. Even though we understand our values, desires, and aspirations better than anyone else, we frequently allow external judgments to shape our decisions, behaviors, and self-worth. The pursuit of societal approval can lead us away from authentic living, trapping us in a cycle of insecurity and dependence on fleeting validation. True wisdom lies in cultivating the confidence to honor our own convictions, regardless of external perceptions. Ask yourself, am I living according to my values, or just following others' expectations? Am I willing to make decisions I believe in, even if they are unpopular? If no one were watching or judging, would I live differently? 4. Lacking emotional control. A truly wise person understands that emotions are an inevitable part of life. Yet they do not allow them to dictate their actions or cloud their judgment. While feelings such as anger, anxiety, and sadness are natural, what truly matters is the ability to process and regulate these emotions effectively. Mastering emotional control is not about suppressing feelings but about developing a thoughtful response rather than an impulsive reaction. True strength lies in the ability to navigate emotional storms with grace, resilience, and rationality. Seneca once said, "A man is as unhappy as he has convinced himself he is." This profound statement highlights the reality that suffering is often a construct of our own minds. It is not the circumstances themselves that create distress, but rather our interpretation in response to them. When we dwell on negativity, allow fear to dictate our decisions, or resist change, we trap ourselves in a cycle of self-inflicted suffering. True wisdom comes from recognizing that our happiness is not dictated by external events but by our inner resilience and capacity to find meaning in every experience. Some Stoic-inspired tips for emotional control. Pause before reacting. When you feel anger or pain, take a breath and think before acting. See the situation objectively. Try to understand different perspectives. Focus on what you can control. Don't waste energy on things beyond your influence. 5. Overvaluing material wealth. Many people dedicate their entire lives to the relentless pursuit of material wealth, believing that financial success and luxury will bring them lasting happiness. However, does accumulating possessions truly lead to fulfillment? Epictetus wisely observed, "Wealth is not about having great possessions but about having few wants." This profound insight reminds us that contentment does not stem from what we own but from our ability to appreciate what we have. True richness is found not in material abundance but in the ability to find joy, purpose, and meaning beyond possessions. True happiness is not found solely in luxury cars, designer clothes, or an accumulation of possessions, but rather in the depth of our inner peace. the authenticity of our relationships, and the fulfillment we derive from living with purpose. However, it is also important to acknowledge that financial stability and material wealth play a significant role in modern society. Money provides security, access to better healthcare, education, and opportunities for personal and professional growth, while chasing material wealth at the expense of one's values leads to emptiness. Recognizing money as a tool rather than an end goal allows us to live a balanced life. The key lies in harmonizing financial success with a rich inner life, where wealth supports, not dictates, our happiness and purpose. Ask yourself, am I placing material wealth above personal values? Do the things I buy truly bring lasting happiness? Can I find joy in simple things? 6. Avoiding self-reflection and growth. An unwise person neglects the crucial practice of self-reflection, failing to learn from past experiences and improve. Marcus Aurelius, a firm believer in personal growth, engaged in daily self-examination to refine his character and align his actions with his principles. Without self-awareness, one remains trapped in a cycle of repeating the same mistakes, unable to break free from detrimental habits or evolve into a wiser, more resilient individual. Self-reflection is not an indulgence but a necessity. It is the compass that guides us toward greater wisdom, purpose, and fulfillment. It allows us to acknowledge our strengths and weaknesses, recalibrate our goals, and foster a sense of accountability. In the modern world, where distractions abound and people often operate on autopilot, setting aside time for introspection can be transformative. A life without self-reflection lacks depth and direction. Without evaluating our thoughts, behaviors, and choices, we risk being controlled by unconscious patterns rather than making intentional decisions that align with our values. The ability to learn from experiences, both successes and failures, is what separates a person who merely exists from one who thrives. Try these approaches. Keep a journal. Writing down your thoughts and experiences provides clarity and helps identify recurring patterns in your behavior. Seek constructive feedback. Ask trusted individuals to point out your blind spots and offer insights on your growth. Practice mindfulness. Regularly pause to assess your emotional state, motivations, and reactions to situations. Ask meaningful questions. Reflect on daily experiences. Did I act according to my principles today? What could I have done better? What lesson can I take forward? By making self-reflection a consistent practice, we cultivate wisdom, adaptability, and a profound sense of purpose. This introspection enables us to recognize our strengths and weaknesses, refine our actions, and align ourselves with the principles of virtue and rationality. In a world filled with distractions and external pressures, taking time for self-examination empowers us to make intentional choices rather than being swept away by impulses or societal expectations. Each step taken toward greater self-awareness leads not only to personal growth but also to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. In alignment with the Stoic pursuit of wisdom and excellence, try these approaches. Keep a journal. Write down your daily lessons. Listen to feedback. Ask others to point out your weaknesses. Always ask, did I do my best today? How can I improve? Conclusion. These 6 signs are not meant for judgment but for self-awareness and growth. Wisdom is not a destination but a lifelong journey, where each step forward matters. Embracing the teachings of Stoicism and applying them in daily life allows us to cultivate resilience, self-discipline, and a deeper sense of purpose. If you found value in this reflection, I invite you to join our community on my YouTube channel, Practical Philosophy. There, we explore profound philosophical insights, practical wisdom, and timeless lessons to help navigate life's complexities with clarity and strength. Your engagement and support are invaluable in fostering a space for meaningful discussions and collective growth. Thank you for being part of this journey toward wisdom and self-improvement. If you haven't yet, subscribe to Practical Philosophy, and let's continue exploring the path to a fulfilling and enlightened life together. See you in the next discussion. Do you recognize any of these signs in yourself? If so, don't worry, change is always an option. Start today to become the best version of yourself.